Well, good evening, everyone. It's Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this March the 11th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Wednesday out there so far, but it's a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system moving across the country. Your local forecast is included for your Thursday and Friday. Also, take a look at the current watches warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Also take a look at the Storm Prediction Center for severe weather for your Thursday, and also take a look at the GFS snowfall totals as well across the lower 48 also. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and excuse me, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see we got the storm system here across Texas to over to Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, to Tennessee, to Kentucky, all the way up in Ohio, all the way into New York State, also southeast Canada, around Maine to New Brunswick, also Ottawa and Toronto, Canada, a little bit up here around the Great Lakes, continue to pull away from the region. Another storm system moving into the Pacific Northwest around Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana regions as well. That will continue to drop on off to the south and east. Got a little bit of scattered activity along across the Carolinas, also up toward Washington, D.C. and Pennsylvania. You can see it pretty quiet across the southwestern and central U.S. at this time. So, alright, let's move on to your local forecast now. Should roll out something like this here for your Thursday. And as you can see, we got shower activity from western Washington and Oregon states and the coastal waters. Got some pockets of heavy snow over Washington, Idaho, and Montana region, a little bit in northeast Oregon. Got mixed precipitation there as well in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming to North Dakota. A little bit over a portion of Minnesota. Then more mixed precipitation over here in Wisconsin to eastern Iowa, to Illinois, to Indiana, to Michigan, to Lake Huron. Also over toward New York State, down in western North Carolina, also into eastern Kentucky, also into Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and also New Brunswick. Got some freezing rain there as well, stretching over to Ottawa and Toronto, Canada, stretching into New Hampshire as well. Snow flying up here around Lake Superior to northern Michigan to Wisconsin. Severe weather possible from Maryland, D.C., Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio to Kentucky to Tennessee to western Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Got some heavy rain, flash flooding over a portion of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, portion of Arkansas, also in Ohio over toward Pennsylvania. Thunderstorms and showers for eastern Maine to Rhode Island to Delaware to Virginia, North and South Carolina to Georgia, central and South Florida, northern Gulf and central Gulf you included, Texas, Louisiana to Arkansas to Illinois to Indiana to Kentucky and Tennessee areas as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Thursday. Alright, let's move on into your Friday forecast now. And it should roll out something like this here across the nation. Okay, we're still waiting. Okay, we got thunderstorms and showers down here across South Georgia into Florida toward the Florida Keys, eastern Gulf, western Atlantic. Mixed precipitation up here from New Brunswick to Maine to New Hampshire to Rhode Island to Pennsylvania, New York State to Lake Lake Huron over to Michigan, Wisconsin to Ohio, then again from Illinois to Iowa to South Dakota to Nebraska, also in the portion of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State. Got pockets of heavy snow here in Washington, Idaho, Montana. Then more snow, heavy snow over here in northern Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior. You got some snow flying there as well. South Canada to Minnesota to Wisconsin through north and South Dakota to Montana. Got shower activity along western coast of Washington, Oregon State, the coastal waters. Got a little bit of heavy snow reports in New York State also. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alright, let's move on into the current watches warning advisory map for your location across the nation. And it should look something like this here across the board. Okay, we got high wind watches and warnings stretching from Iowa to Minnesota through the Dakotas, also in the portion of Nebraska, also a portion of Kansas, also Colorado, also Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington, and Oregon State. Got some blizzard warnings across, blizzard warnings and winter storm warnings across Oregon State and Idaho and Montana. A little bit of winter weather advisory is also in effect in portion of Wyoming. Wind advisories up here for the portion of Nevada, southern Idaho, a couple counties in Utah, and also in the portion of Colorado. Some heat advisory with southern California. Got some flood watches also in effect for portions of northwestern Oregon. We got lots of red flag warnings also in effect for southern Texas, also northern Texas, New Mexico, Colorado to Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa to a portion of Oklahoma. Wind advisory is also in effect for areas of Oklahoma and Texas. Tornado watches for Louisiana. Severe thunderstorm warnings there as well, stretching into Mississippi. Tornado watch is also in effect up here in West Virginia, portion of Washington D.C. and Pennsylvania. Flood watches there as well across Pennsylvania and Ohio, also up in northern New York State, and also into a portion of Vermont. Winter storm warnings and winter weather advisory for northern Maine. Severe thunderstorm watches over here around Delaware, D.C. and Rhode Island, and also some flood warnings and flood advisories over here in portions of Ohio, and then flood warnings also continue for Indiana, Illinois, portion of Missouri, a couple counties in Oklahoma, one county in areas of Arkansas, and also Mississippi, and also eastern Texas. Lake wind advisories over here in South Carolina and east central Georgia. Alright, small craft advisory, gale warning from Maine all the way down to the east coast of Florida, Big Bend, Florida, all the way to the southeast Texas, southern California to Washington State. Also northern islands, southern islands, and also flood watches there as well. Some around the Alaska region. You've got blizzard warnings there in the red. Winter weather advisory to the north and to the south. Freeze and spray warnings are likely along coastal areas of the Alaska region. Alright, let's move on into the Storm Prediction Center outlook. We do have a little marginal risk for severe weather for your Thursday. That's stretching from Raleigh to Wilmington to Columbia to Charlotte to Columbus, Ohio, Columbus, Georgia, Dalton, Alabama, down to Tallahassee, Florida, and also general thunderstorms up here in portions of Glasgow to Bismarck to Fargo, Aberdeen, and then again up here from Virginia Beach, stretching down toward Miami and Tampa, just general thunderstorm. Tornado probability rolls out like this: less than 2% all areas, damaging winds 5%, large hail less than 5% all areas, just mainly a damaging wind event here across the Carolinas, Georgia, and down into the Florida, Big Bend, and Panhandle areas. Alright, snowfall totals next 16 days rolls out like this here. Heavy snow over southeast Canada, stretching over New Brunswick to Maine, toward New York State that is, not state. Rolling the state. Alright, into Michigan, also over toward Wisconsin, Illinois, also Indiana and Iowa, all the way through the Dakotas, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, southwestern Canada. You've got pockets of heavy snow in West Virginia and Virginia. A little bit of snow sneaking down into Atlanta metro area. Could get a little dusting if possible, but I wouldn't bank on that too much. But mainly North Carolina northbound, you have a little bit of shot at it that you do across Georgia. You can go paint a little bit down across Mississippi, but probably not going to pan out that way, because pretty much in the southeastern the U.S., snow should be pretty well gone for the remainder of the seasons, because spring starts on the 20th of March. So ain't too much longer. Winter will be gone, spring will be here. It's already feeling like summertime already in South Carolina. We reached broke a record today of 89 degrees in Columbia, South Carolina, which was set back. The record was 88 degrees, set back in 1990. Broke a record in 2026 with a new record of 89 degrees at the Columbia Metropolitan Airport. Alright, well, just want to give you a little bit of information from South Carolina that we did break a record. Just want to give you that information as well. Alright, well, hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Wednesday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got